Welcome to Real Life Investing. This is Al getting in contact with you guys today. Going to be talking to you a little bit about Aerodrome. Let's go ahead and start setting the scene as far as the way things are currently. Currently, we're looking at Bitcoin at 90, no, not 90. Oh, sorry. Must be a Freudian slip, 85,000. This is going to be 787. Ethereum is going to be at 1,640. Let's see, XRP is a little bit over $2. See if there's anything else we want to report. Avalanche under 20 maybe. And let's see, I know that from what I can remember, oh yeah, Undo is still under 90 cents, just barely. And Kronos, we got, it's at 8.5 cents right now. Just bringing those points up just in case you might be interested in some of those. I don't really talk about a lot of coins, but I try to talk about the ones that I feel are the most important and the safest as far as like you won't get rope pulled, etc. So let's just go ahead and look at the fear and greed. Looks like it's going in the right direction as far as like the fear is dissipating a little bit, but at the same time, we're still on this side of fear. So still a lot of fear in the market. Let's go ahead and look at some Bitcoin dominance if we can. It's very dominant at 63%. Ethereum is what, 7.3%, and others at 29.7%. So that means that Bitcoin is very dominant at the moment. Now, speaking of Bitcoin, we know that Aerodrome, usually when you look at the charts of Aerodrome and the charts of Bitcoin, they usually go hand in hand as far as like they used to follow each other. I don't know if it's following each other as much, but just a heads up, these two coins follow each other in, how can I say, in patterns. They would be like directly proportional to each other. Now, taking a look at the market cap for Aerodrome, market cap is pretty decent at about a third of $1 billion here. Um, Total supply, we know it has a certain supply. The circulating supply is a little bit more than half of that. So, as far as inflation is concerned, there's not a whole lot that we would have to worry about in the future, but just a little bit of a heads up that there is a little bit of possible inflation, but very little. So, just a thought about that. Now, let's move a little further. I'm sorry. I'm okay, but I'm just um, but we're going to move a little bit faster today with this particular chart. Let's go ahead and look at the 1 day down just a little bit. We're looking at the 7 day. Oh, nice. Taking a look at the 7 day, guys. This is up almost 30%. So if you were able to invest last week, you would have gotten a 30% gain, which is very nice. Just a thought. The 1 month, let's see, down over the month, like most things. And then for the year, it is down. So let's see. Overall, it is up slightly. I will mention this about Aerodrome. This is an ideal place to be buying it because of the fact that Aerodrome is definitely on the way up. Aerodrome has a bright future, and there's really not a lot of things that's stopping Aerodrome. The only thing that's stopping Aerodrome right now is all of these weird fluctuations in the economy, markets, all of these crazy things that are going on. The 90 days on, 90 days off, all this kind of stuff. We're going to need some consistency to really see the markets grow. I know people are saying, oh, well, we got 90 days. I'm like, maybe. To be honest with you, I'm not so sure because the problem with having 90 days to do something is what happens after that 90 days. That is still a lot of uncertainty. And because of the uncertainty, it's causing problems with the market. That's the reason why you're not seeing coins go up right away. Because what's the need of investing when you know that after 90 days, then you might have things slapped on you as far as tariffs. So we got to figure this thing out. And there has to be some consistency in policy so that we can see some, how can I say, some stability in the market. That's not reflecting on anyone. It's just the fact we're just using common sense on this. We got to see some consistency. We got to stick with one plan. And usually, when you've gone with free trade for the longest, uh, we weren't expecting a lot of these things to happen because of the fact that uh, having uh, positive and productive policies in place for crypto is not enough. You've got to have an environment where which people are willing to trade freely. One of the things about crypto is you have to be willing to take a risk. And if you're not able to take a risk because you're concerned about whether you're going to lose your shirt or whether the markets, not just the crypto markets, but the stock markets and other markets, if you're concerned about the markets dropping all the time because of fluctuations and lack of stability and lack of direction as far as like making choices, it's going to be an issue. So hopefully we can see something happen. Um, the particular cryptos that I'm going over and talking about, those cryptos are definitely going to be able to prosper and rise. But I just need to give you guys a heads up on why they're not rising yet. We got to have some stability in the markets. We got to have some consistency. And as soon as we have some consistency, things will start turning around. Yeah, the markets may rally for a few weeks or a few months, but what are we going to do after that is the question. And unfortunately, nobody knows. So, only thing I can tell you guys is when I say, things are gonna, you're gonna make a lot of profits. That is true, but the timing I can't predict. And I think we'll just leave it at that. So let's go a little bit further and see what else we're dealing with. Just let me look under here, see if there's any Aero news. Let's see, based on chain activity and future catalysts point to quarter two growth. So, yep, that definitely makes a lot of sense. Base is growing and also Aerodrome is growing. Let's go ahead and look at some Aerodrome news. According to this, just a few hours ago, it says 1 billion plus of net deposits in quarter one, 2025. So Aerodrome led the way with more than $1 billion of net liquidity added to the platform in quarter one, making up around 30% of all net deposits and more than all other protocols on Base. So just a heads up on that, Aerodrome stands out as king in that area. So nice. We'll just make sure that we keep it moving. There are still a lot of great things going on. Volumes are rising. Aerodrome dominance is growing, and some big upgrades are coming soon. So this is awesome. Let me give this guy some credit. This is from Alexander, but this is awesome. Great things are on the horizon for Aerodrome. Like I said before, and to be honest with you, at this price, this is a no-brainer. So what you're going to be dealing with right here, 43 cents. Don't forget the Aerodrome was over $2 a while. So if you buy at this particular price, you got a guaranteed 5x as long as you don't go ahead and, like blow it away. So hold it. We're in a buy and hold stage. And that's really always where I've been with crypto, buy and hold until you can get a big profit. Let's make sure that we're looking at that. Today being tax day, we also want to look at the capital gains tax. If we hold it over a year, that means we won't have a capital gains tax. And I know that there's a possibility that capital gains will be removed. But until then, we have to play it smart and play it wisely. Looking for Aerodrome to go well. Also looking for things to turn around, and just very grateful that everything is going well. Thank God for the opportunity to, how can I say, be an investor in these times. It's Al with Real Life Investing, and you guys have a great one. Bye-bye. Remember, once again, what we say here is not financial advice. But you guys be blessed. All right.
Please share, like, comment, and subscribe to Real Life Investing. And thank you for watching.